Welcome our 11th student. Today we are going to see about the factors affecting the speed of sound in gases. This topic is in our wave lesson. When you produce a sound in atmosphere, that sound can be propagated from one place to another place. At the time of propagation of the sound, the speed of the sound we have, that speed of the sound depends upon certain physical quantities. Based on that physical quantities, example, pressure of gas, temperature of the gas, density of the gas. On these factors, the speed of the sound depends in our gases. For studying about this, we are going to take one of that gaseous column. That gaseous column contains only ideal gas. Through this ideal gas, if you pass a sound, their speed can be depends upon certain factors that we are going to see. For that purpose, we will prove by taking that ideal gas equation. What is that ideal gas equation? PV is equal to nRT. What is that ideal gas equation means? Ideal gas equation. What is that? PV is equal to small n capital RT. We know that. What is that P? P is nothing but the pressure of the gas. V, volume of the gas column. That small n is that number of mole of the gaseous molecule inside the gaseous column. R is nothing but universal gas constant, and capital T is a temperature. For studying the speed of the sound in a gases, we are going to take one of the particular gaseous column. For a given gas column, we have a certain amount of gas molecules. So for that, we can say n value, number of moles can be taken as a constant. If you taken like that, for a given gas, for a given gas column or given gas, number of moles in our gas columns remains constant. That's why we can rearrange this equation as PV by T equal to constant. Another thing, for a given gas column, given molecules are there. That given molecules having a certain mass. For given gas, mass of the gas molecules are fixed. So, fixed mass we have. That's why we are going to see about density and volume relation. Actually, density is equal to mass per volume. If mass remains constant, density is inversely proportional to that volume. That we can take the symbol of density is rho. Symbol of mass is m. volume of symbol is V. For a given gas column, M remains constant. That's why density inversely proportional to that volume of that gas column. For a given gaseous container, certain volume it has. In that, certain number of mole of gases are filled. That's why mass remains same. In that we have the density and volume relation. Density is inversely proportional to that volume. If you fill example V1 volume, M mass of that molecules filled. M mass molecules are filled. The same M mass molecules filled in that another, it may be a larger volume. That same M mass of that gaseous molecules are filled. In these two, quantity of molecules are remain same. Their volume, it is a small volume. It is a larger volume. What about the density of the molecule means? Here space is less, that's why here density is more. But here we have for the same amount of molecules, phase is more. That's why density is less. So because of this reason, we are saying density of that gas column is inversely proportional to that volume for a given mass. Volume for a given mass. That's why we are going to tackle. So this is going to substitute in our ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation. What equation we have finally taken means PV by T is equal to constant. In that we know volume is inversely proportional to that density. And this constant can be represented as a small c. So if you substitute density instead of volume, we can take an P by rho is equal to C into T. This T is taken there. Pressure divided by density is equal to product of constant into temperature. So this is the equation. Relation of the pressure, density and the temperature of gaseous column for a given mass of gases. Anyhow, in this gas column, now we are going to pass certain sound signals. In general, if the sound waves is propagated in the air, we have the speed of the sound in air column equation. That is speed of the sound in air. Based on that Newton and Laplace correction, we have the speed of the sound in air equation we have. That is small v is equal to square root of gamma P by rho. P is nothing but pressure, rho is nothing but density, and gamma is that constant factor for the given gas. Anyhow, velocity of that is the speed of that sound in air is taken as v is equal to square root of gamma P by rho. In our equation, instead of P by rho, we can substitute based on our equation, that is P by rho is equal to C into T. T is nothing but a temperature. If you substitute this in our equation, you will get V is equal to square root of gamma Ct alone. So from our equation, velocity of, that is the speed of sound through the gaseous column can be taken square root of gamma Ct. This gamma and C are constant for that given gases. So what we can say means speed of that sound in our gas column is directly proportional to that square root of temperature. Square root of temperature. Anyway, we will discuss the speed of sound is going to change based on certain number of factors. Okay, the speed of the sound in gaseous column depends upon pressure of the gas, temperature of the gas, density of the gas, depends upon that moisture present in our air, and also direction of that wind blowing. So these factors, the speed of that sound in gaseous column depends. One by one we will see that. First one, what we are going to tackle means the effect of pressure. Depends upon the pressure what may be happen. If you see the pressure with speed means other factor I am going to make constant. Which one means we are going to make a constant means temperature remains constant. If temperature remains constant, we have the equation. That is P by rho is equal to C into T. If temperature remains constant, this equation can be taken as P by rho equal to constant. Like that, if you taken pressure is proportional to that density. At a constant temperature, pressure is directly proportional to the density of that column. If pressure increases, density also increases. If the two are divided means P by rho is constant means, then if you tackle this equation, V is equal to square root of gamma Ct. At a constant temperature, P constant. C is already taken as a constant factor. For a given gaseous column, gamma value remains constant. That's why if you make change in pressure without changing the temperature, density can also be changes. Without changing the temperature, if you change the pressure, density is also changes. That is, two are directly proportional. Then speed of the sound is not changes, because our formula if we taken P and rho are directly proportional. If pressure doubled, density also doubled. In our equation, pressure is doubled means density also doubled. The factor velocity remains constant at that constant temperature. That's why we are saying at constant temperature, speed of the sound in air does not depend upon that pressure. does not depend upon the pressure. At a constant temperature, speed of the sound in air does not depend upon that pressure. At a constant temperature, pressure and density are directly proportional. Example, if pressure is double, density also double, then our factor value remains constant. What factor? Our factor? Speed of that sound remains constant. That's why we are saying does not depend. For one example we can take on, if you are stand ground level of your building. Your building is a 10 outer building. One of your friend is stand on the terrace of your building. It will take, I think, certain larger height. If that 2 points if you taken, we consider the air molecules are having a different temperatures. If temperature is different means at ground level speed of the air molecule, that is the speed of the sound in air molecule is differ as compared to the speed of that sound in air in our terrace. But if temperature is not having any change, no change in the speed of that sound in there. So that's why we can take on only that speed of the sound does not depend upon that pressure at a constant temperature. Pressure at a constant temperature. Okay. Next we are going to see that speed of the sound in air if temperature is changes. That's why we are going to take on a title effects of temperature for the speed of sound in air. Effects of temperature. We know that speed of sound in air equation V is equal to square root of gamma P by rho, and instead of P by rho we can substitute square root of gamma C into T, that is the temperature. For a given gas column, gamma and C remains constant. So that's why we can take an speed of sound in air directly proportional to the square root of its temperature. Square root of its temperature. That temperature should be taken in SI units. Which one is the temperature SI unit? Kelvin unit you want to take. Let be assumed at 0 degree Celsius temperature. What is that Kelvin scale? What is the Kelvin scale? 273 Kelvin. If we consider our temperature in a Celsius is 0 degree means Kelvin scale is 273. So for that the proportionality V naught is velocity or speed of the sound in a air at 0 degree Celsius is proportional to square root of 0 degree Celsius can be taken as 273 Kelvin, that is 273. It is for 0 degree Celsius speed and temperature relation. Suppose our air column is somewhat hotter, certain high temperature. Let me assume that at a T temperature, their speed can be taken as V. T degree Celsius. T degree Celsius. At we can take at T degree Celsius, speed can be taken as V. V is proportional to square root of. We cannot directly substitute that T because which temperature scale you want to substitute means Kelvin scale. That's why V proportional to square root of 273 plus T. T is the temperature in Celsius scale. So V naught is proportional to square root of 273. Speed of the sound at T degree Celsius can be taken as V is proportional to square root of 273 plus T. It is taken as a 1 and it is a 2. If we divide that equation 2 by equation 1, what we can get means V divided by V naught equal to total square root of 273 plus T divided by 273. In that rearrangement, V by V naught equal to square root of 1 plus T divided by 273. This square root can be taken in a power. V divided by V naught equal to 1 plus T to the T divided by 273 to the power of 1 by 2. According to that binomial theorem, if this variable is too small, we have a binomial theorem formula 1 plus x whole to the power n equal to 1 plus nx. If x is too small, this 1 plus x whole to the power n equal to 1 plus nx based on that binomial theorem. Like that, if you take on V divided by V naught equal to 1 plus T divided by 2 into, that is 1 by 2 you are substituting, 2 is taken in a denominator, 2 into 273, that becomes 546. So V is equal to V naught of 1 plus T divided by 546. So this expression is for speed of sound at T degree Celsius. That V naught is nothing but speed of sound at 0 degree Celsius. We have a standard value in our air, that V naught value we have, that is 331 meter per second. So speed of sound in air at 0 degree Celsius value is 331 meter per second. If you substitute this value in our equation, we will get V is equal to 331 of 1 plus T divided by 546. If you tackle this 331 in inner to these two factors, we will get speed of sound at T degree Celsius can be taken as 331 plus 331 into T divided by 546. So for that simplification, V is equal to 331 plus 0.660. So speed of sound in air at T degree Celsius can be taken as expression V is equal to 331, that is the speed of sound in air at a 0 degree Celsius, plus 0.60. What we can take from our expression means, for every 1 degree Celsius increasing temperature, 0.6 fraction value is speed is increases. If T is equal to 1 degree Celsius, this is nothing but an increase in temperature. From our normal temperature, 1 degree Celsius is increases. What we can check? That is, at 0 degree Celsius, we know that 331. At 1 degree Celsius, if we substitute 1, what we can take? At 0 degree Celsius, V naught is equal to 331 meter per second. At 1 degree Celsius, V is 1 degree can be taken as 331 plus 0.6. So what value you can get? That is 331.6 meter per second. Suppose from 0 degree Celsius, the temperature increases 10 degree. So what we can take on? At 10 degree Celsius, we can equal to 331 plus 0.6 into 10 can be taken as 6. That is can be taken as 337 meter per second. At 10 degrees Celsius, our speed of sound in air is 337 meter per second. 337 meter per second. Like that we can find at one particular temperature what is that speed of the sound in air we can calculate. So finally what we can say means speed of that sound is in air is directly proportional to square root of the temperature. Square root of the temperature. Next we are going to see that the speed of the sound in gas depends upon that density. That's why we are going to take on effects of density. Effects of density. What is the symbol for density? Rho. At the time we see the density of the gas with that speed, other two factors we are going to take on constant. What are that means? Temperature and pressure. Temperature and pressure remains constant. Okay. What does that mean? P and T constant. So we know that equation for the speed of sound V is equal to square root of gamma P by rho, gamma P by rho. General equation. This is for speed of sound in air. Suppose I am going to take on two different gaseous column. Suppose we are going to take on two different gaseous column. Okay. Different gas means different molecules are filled. One may be filled by that oxygen gas, another one may be filled by that nitrogen gas or chlorine gas. That's why for each gas we will take on speed V1 is equal to first gas square root of gamma 1 P by rho 1. Why we are putting P alone? Means pressure is remains constant. For this is a first gas column. For a second gas column, we can take on V2 is equal to square root of gamma 2 P by rho 2. This is the equation 2. The equation 1 is for first gas column, that is it may be taken as an oxygen gas column. Second one may be taken as another gas column, it may be example for that second column is a nitrogen gas column. So for that V1 is equal to square root of gamma 1 P by rho 1. Second, for the second V2 is equal to square root of gamma 2 divided by rho 2. That is P is remains constant for in the both equation. If you divide 1 divided by 2, we will get V1 by V2 is equal to square root of, that is separately you can take on square root of gamma 1 P by rho 1 then divided by gamma 2 P by rho 2. P cancel. In that we can take an V1 by V2 is equal to square root of gamma 1 rho 2 divided by gamma 2 rho 1. That is that ratio of that speed of sound in two different gaseous columns. Two different gaseous columns which are having a different densities. Suppose two gaseous columns are same kind. Two gaseous columns are same kind means at that condition gamma 1 is equal to gamma 2. Then if you take and gamma 1 is equal to gamma 2, what equation we can get finally means V1 by V2 equal to square root of rho 2 divided by rho 1. Rho 2 divided by rho 1. So from this equation what we can say means speed of the sound is inversely proportional to that square root of that density. If density increases, speed decreases. But what relation we have means the speed of that sound in gaseous column is inversely proportional to that square root of that density of the gas column at a constant temperature and pressure. At a constant temperature and pressure. That is the relation of the speed of sound in gas with the density of the gas. Okay. Next, that speed of the sound depends upon that moisture present in our atmosphere. Moisture is present in our atmosphere. That's why that can be taken effects of moisture. Moisture is nothing but humidity. Then we know that the moisture air density is differ as compared to the dry air. What relation we can take on? That is density of moist air is 0.625 times of the density of dry air. How we can relate means rho moist equal to 0.625 times of rho dry air. Density of that moisture air is equal to 0.625 times of density of that dry air. Dry air. So that's why already we know that speed and densities are inversely proportional. Speed and density are inversely proportional. So that's why in a moisture density decreases, speed is increases. In moisture air or gas column, density decreases, so speed increases. The two are inversely proportional. Next one we are going to take an effects of wind. The sound loudness can be changes based on that effect of wind. If you are propagating the sound in the direction of wind blowing, speed of the sound is increases. If our sound is propagated in the direction of wind blowing, the speed of the sound is increases. Suppose if it is in opposite direction, if our sound waves are propagated in the opposite to the direction of wind moving direction, then the speed is decreases. Speed is decreases. These are the factors. The speed of that sound in gaseous column changes. That is depends, we can say. Which factors it depends, which factors it does not depend, that we all discussed. Okay. Thank you for